What do YouTube? This is your boy Sherry Space. I want to talk to you guys about Supergirl Season 4 Episode 2 Fallout. And I really enjoyed this episode, just the way that they actually just set everything up, Now, see, the episode starts with President Marsden, overlooking anti-alien protesters from the Oval Office, and Kara, she walks in, and Marsden says, like, look, I'm resigning from the presidency because, now that everyone knows that she's a damn alien, now people are gonna feel duped, which is why there's anti-alien protesters out there even more now because they now know that their president's been an alien this whole fucking time. But Kara reassures the president that she's gonna stop Mercy Graves because they already have her brother Otis, which I wanted to get to actually. You know, Meanwhile, after speaking to Otis and everything like that, the DEO agents, they start to argue about the politics behind Marsden's resignation. Alex, she overhears that, being that she's the top guy now. And she reminds them that, hey, look, we serve all Americans regardless of race. Get up through your damn skulls, all right? Another thing is, John, being without his father now, he's still trying to figure out, the whereabouts of Fiona. I think if you guys don't know who Fiona is, that's his wife, if I'm not mistaken. And then also at Catco, be that Nia's the new intern and everything like that. She's pretty much a second Kara, if you will. A big hash out and a big recall from season one. Nia's just like Kara, she was nervous, not really sure what to do at first. But anyway, Nia, she confronts James about a potential assignment she wants to do. And then also at the DEO, Alex is actually interrogating, Otis Graves, trying to find the location of his sister. Now, being that they're twins, I believe, or just brother and sister, period, they're not gonna break easily. And but then again, Alex, she is an agent. She knows what to do to get information out of people. But then we cut to the scene, of Mercy's hideout, the same scene that we went to last at the end of the season premiere episode. And she goes up to her boss, Agent of Liberty, where she retrieved from Elcor a vial of kryptonite. Now, see, I knew Elcor was gonna get back into this somehow. No matter how legitimate Lena wants to make Elcor, it's always gonna be kind of like ripe with controversy, if you will, because you can still find vials of kryptonite there. And then also, Carl, she brings lunch to Lena, who shares that sales of their image inducer have skyrocketed after the current scandal involving the president. Even though I don't really necessarily consider it a scandal. I mean, your president's an alien. She knows how to defend herself. So what? It's not like she lied about it. You guys just didn't know about it. I can understand if somebody, lied to you about, who they were, but she didn't. You guys just didn't know. But anyway, Carl, she tries to get more information from about Mercy from Lena to no avail. Because you all know that Lena, she's trying to take her out by her damn self. She doesn't want anyone getting involved. But I give Kara her credit for even trying. Because Lena is normally relatively vulnerable towards Supergirl, but ever since last season they've been kind of so. But then John, he arrives at DEO to see how Alex is, to see how she's doing before too long. John tries to alert Alex to Fiona's disappearance, but he's interrupted by Brainiac 5. And so John just, he just leaves. Now, if you guys don't remember, Fiona was actually, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken, Fiona for, John's wife, but she's actually an empath, one of his friends. And he's trying to look for Fiona. And he tries to go to get help from Alex, but, he gets interrupted by Brainiac, so he just leaves. So back to Lena, in her situation, she starts to, tell Kara, about the personal files involving Lena. You know, Lena eventually she tells Kara that Mercer and Lex had a falling out in regards to what to do with Superman. Oh, of course. Now see the Paris they're talking when and Sister rushes in and informs them that the head engineer of the image inducer has been murdered. And it's revealed that Mercer is behind the attack and behind the hack. Lena is eventually able to stop Mercer from causing any real harm to the image-inducing platform, which is great, and she really did her thing. Honestly, that's how Lena's really about her damn business. She is not a punk. She is not a pushover. You know what I mean? But but then again, Brainy he's on his way back from Kid and Pizza, and when he bumps into Nia, and I think there's a bit of a relationship budding between the two of them. But then John, he arrives at Fiona's apartment, and when he does no answer, He pretty much just phases into her apartment, and he logs into her computer. He finds more leaks because remember, John may not be a part of the DEO, but he still remembers a lot of stuff from there. Now, Nia, she returns after being bumped into Brainiac out on the street. Now, Nia, she returns to Catco and she approaches James by writing a piece on the ethical treatment of aliens. She tries convincing James to write an op-ed. Nia reveals herself as a transgender woman to James, but James still refuses to editorialize a statement. Okay, so I was wondering who they were going to use as the transgender, because I remember hearing about it, but I wasn't really sure who was going to be, the transgender woman. It doesn't really matter. I was just curious about who it was. But now back at the DEO, a lot of stuff happening at the DEO this episode. Brainy and Alex realize that Mercer is more than likely on her own to Elcor to override the anti-hacking protections Lena implemented. Then because Elcor goes into lockdown, because Mercer and her gunmen storm the office, Kara, Lena, and Eve try getting to the server room to stop Mercer from taking down the firewall. They get into Lena's prototype storage and are soon confronted by Mercer. Lena lets Kara escape to change into Supergirl. She quickly flies back and stops Mercer. And that was actually a pretty cool last segment, if you will. Kara, pretty much just takes Mercer to the DEO and locks her in a cell. Same old stuff. Scores 2 for Supergirl. At Catco, one of the staffers, I guess, gets pranked by a coworker for being an alien. James overhears the situation and addresses the entire publication. He informed the staffers pretty much, like, look, that hate isn't allowed here at Catco, bro. And that ignorance is your damn enemy. Pretty much Nia, she just thanks James for stepping up. Because, after hearing that, hey, one of my new coworkers is transgender, I gotta speak up. I gotta say something. I gotta let everyone know that hatred and ignorance shit does not fly here. And he did the right thing. Now, Agent Jensen, doing his rounds near the cells with Mercer greets him by names. She uses her anti-alien bias to try getting in his head. And I find that rather hilarious. How innovative and how creative some criminals actually are. John goes to a bar in Fiona's neighborhood and asks around for her. Nobody can recall anyone with her name ever being around, which leads me to be that someone must have wiped everyone's in that town's mind clean or something. Because how could you not know about somebody from that town, or unless Fiona lied about where she actually was from, so then that way no one else would be in danger aside from her. But then again, Brainy, they're talking upstairs when Jensen walks in and acts nervously. But Kara, dressed as Supergirl, is giving a statement on the news and urges people to be more kind. Now, at the DEO, Jensen can be seen pretty much getting flustered at the address, But then again, back to the president. Kara reassures President Vega that she supports him, regardless of her previous relationship with Marston. Straight up. But then again, Brainy, back to the whole Jensen incident, Brainy realized that Jensen had been more anxious, and when he pulls for the security footage, they notice that Graves has been released from their cells. But then again, John ends up finding himself, he ended up attending an anti-alien rally led by Agent of Liberty. I'm really curious as to who the hell is Agent of Liberty. Pretty much Jensen joins the Graves at their hideout, and they proceed to put the stolen kryptonite into a machine that crushes it, and makes it airborne. We see Kara immediately react to it and pass out. God damn. It must be that damn serious. Well, this has been your boy Share Speech with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys have any requests on what videos you guys want me to do, let me know in the comment section below. This has been your boy Share Speaks. I love you guys. God bless.